Welcome back, everyone. It's so good to see you here again. Today, we're doing something really exciting. I'm going to refret the neck for my Schecter Dream Machine replica. The first step is carefully removing the original frets. I heat each fret with a soldering iron, which helps release them without damaging the fingerboard. Now, you might be wondering, why refret it at all if the frets are still in good shape? Well, I've decided to switch to Jescar EVO Gold frets. Not only do they fit the overall look of the guitar perfectly, but I'm also moving up to jumbo frets. Then, using a special fret pulling tool, I gently lift each one out. 22 frets later, the neck is clean and ready for the next stage, with the frets removed. It's time to level and prep the fingerboard. This neck has a fairly flat 16-inch radius, so I give it a smooth sanding to make sure everything is perfectly true. Next, I clean out the fret slots thoroughly and deepen them slightly with a dedicated fret saw to ensure a precise fit. I also add a slight bevel to the edges of each slot using a tiny triangular file. This makes it easier for the new frets to seat cleanly. Now for the fun part, installing the Jescar EVO Gold Jumbo frets. I start by gently tapping them in with a small fret hammer to get them roughly seated. Then I switch to my fret press. I'm using the fractal pressing system, which lets me apply consistent pressure across the entire fret, locking each one down perfectly. Once they're all in place, I trim off the excess fret ends with cutters. Then file them flush with the fingerboard, using a specialized file. I add a clean 30-degree bevel to both edges so the frets feel smooth and professional. Next comes fret leveling. I mark the fret tops with a Sharpie. Then use an absolutely flat leveling stone to remove any high spots. This particular stone is my favorite tool. It leaves a super fine finish. Yet it cuts as quickly as 3-0 grit. The result, much less work when polishing later. After leveling, I double-check every fret with a fret rocker to make sure they're perfectly even. I remark the crowns with a Sharpie, then reshape them using a specialized crowning file to restore their rounded tops. For polishing, I go through an entire progression for 100, 600, 800, 1000, 2000, 3000, and even 4000 grit using Mirka Abralin pads. In my experience, these pads outperform anything else, even micromesh, leaving an incredibly smooth surface. Finally, I bring the frets to a brilliant shine using a bit of polishing compound. Then finish by waxing the fingerboard with a special wood treatment. And that's it, the neck is now completely refretted, perfectly leveled, and polished to a mirror finish. Even though you're seeing this in under 15 minutes, the entire process actually took more than 5 hours of careful, detailed work. But I think the results speak for themselves, and I couldn't be happier with how this turned out. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this process up close. Make sure to tune in next time, I've got plenty more guitar projects coming your way. See you soon.